בוקר טוב לכולם! וואו! איזה כיף. אז, כמה דברים לפני שאני אמשיך, כי הכל נהיה ממש אינסיין, אז אני אצטרך בעצם קצת סטאפ להכל. אני חשבתי שאני אצליח לעשות יותר סטרימים אישית ממה שבאמת הצלחתי, בוא נגיד ככה. הייתי רוצה להצליח ליותר סטרימים, אבל עבר 20 יום מאז הפרק האחרון שלי, אז במיוחד עם אייס אטרני זה יותר קומפליקייטד. מי שרוצה לדעת זה ה-OSD, ברור, אני משתמש בקלאסיק שלי לסטרימים. וכן, ה-Investigations Collection. אבל לפני זה, דווקא, אני שומעת את המוזיקה ברקע, אבל לפני זה, יש לי בעצם כמה הודעות, כל מיני אנאונסמנטים. דבר ראשון, תצפו בעצם בערוץ שאני אחזור בעצם לשחק בפיניקס רייט טרילוגי. גם אפילו שסיימתי אותו. בגלל, אני לא אראה את הכל, obviously. וואו, איזה זול זה עכשיו. אבל הולך להיות content update ב-19 לנובמבר. אז אם יהיה לי את הזמן, אני יכול לשחק בזה. דבר שני, בגלל שאני לא צילמתי הרבה זמן, לא היה לי כזה זמן בכלל להגיד, שהשבוע היה בעצם ראש השנה, אז מצטער על יום ראש השנה שמח באיחור. דבר שלישי, אני מתכנן בעצם לעשות, אולי אני מתכנן סוף כל סוף לחזור בעצם לאייס אטרני באופן כללי, כי באמת עבר הרבה זמן. לא יודע איך אני נשמע, אני אפילו לא ביררתי את עצמי. אני נשמע טוב, פרפקט. אז אני הולך בעצם לחזור סופית לאייס אטרני. כל הסטרימים של FNAF World Refreshed היו בעצם לרוב בגלל הסיטואציה שקשורה בעצם לצבא. אבל יש רק מילה אחת שאני יכול לתאר את זה. Fucking we ball! אז בגלל fucking we ball, בוא ניגש! להמשיך את קייס 2 של ה-Investigations Collection. אני אזכור את זה. בואי. הרבה זמן לא שיחקתי את זה. אז פעם קודמת אני אפילו לא זוכר מה היה. אומייגאד, זה היה אשכרה, היה מתי זה היה? 28 ליוני? אומייגאד. מה זה? עבר כמעט 3 חודשים? ג'יזוס. אפילו לא הספקתי לעשות פרק יום הולדת ב-14 בגלל שלא צילמתי איזה 20 יום. וכן, ה-Investigations Collection. בוא נמשיך ב-Captive Turnabout. למה זה כל כך חלש אצלי? אני לא בטוח שזה בסדר אצלכם, מקסימום אני אגביר קצת, נראה לי אני אגביר. עדיף שאני אגביר קצת. זה טוב. אני מאמין שאני אצליח בעצם לזכור את כל ה-voice acting בלי בעיות, אבל כן, תצפו שכל ה-Apollo Justice וה-Investigations Collection יהיו בעצם קצת יותר complicated מבחינת אשכרה סטרימים. כי כן, עבר לפחות חודש מה שעשיתי את הפרק של ה-Investigations Collection, ואנחנו אפילו לא מדברים פה על Apollo Justice. אז, ה-29 במרץ, 10:12 בבוקר, ה-Prison Yard. Here we are again. Let's hope we can find something this time that will finally reveal the truth behind it all. Although, that might be easier said than done. There's nothing nothing left to investigate. Judge Gavel's deduction yesterday. Oh! Tunnel. That must have been found on the well, moved into the workshop. Some point on the show. Who else could have done that? Huh. אוקיי. מי שזוכר את כל הפעמים שבו אני משחק אייס אטרני, פלשבקים לא נחשבים בעצם למה שאני חייב לעשות voice acting. Had Knight's body really been thrown down the well? The answer to that question will surely show us the way forward. But, before we begin, I should tie up my organizer a little. תודה רבה! כי אני לא זוכר איזה חצי מהדברים פה. בוא נראה, דווקא. נותר לי. אוקיי, קצת יהיה לי קשה בעצם באמת אשכרה לזכור דברים, אבל... רגע. לא בדרך כלל באוטופסי או רפורט אומר בעצם היה fall damage? אני זוכר את זה לא רואה את זה מברידג' טרבאוט. זה אמר את זה בנוגע לאליס. לא יודע אם זה... אני לא זוכר אם זה מופיע עוד. לא, זה היה גם קשור למוות של ג'אק שיקלי. אז כן, זה לא אומר פה בנוגע ל-fall damage. כי זה היה instant death. אבל גם זה היה אומר בעצם אם היה fall damage אחרי post death. Let's see here. There's a cover on it. A dried up well bang in the middle of a prison. Figures it will be locked. Well, luckily, I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do my stuff? I think not. We'll do this investigation by the book. Come on! Don't be such a stick in the mud! Whoa! What is it, Kay? The lock's broken! And from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time. If that's the case, then anyone could have thrown Knight's body down the well. Judge Gavel's theory was that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard. And then, during the performance, he threw the body down the well. What are you thinking, Mazzarino? Plausible or no? Oh! Why don't we see if Missile can help us out again? He'll be able to tell us if Knight's body was here, and which way it went. Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe. Seriously? לא הבאתם את גמשו? רגע, שכחתי את הלא. זה פקינג יוסטס וגבל. Gumshoe speaking! Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard and bring Missile with you. You bet, sir! Gumshoe's 7 secret weapons to the rescue again, huh? I'm fairly sure Missile belongs to the precinct. I'd also like you to bring one of our witnesses. Call the Berry Big Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you. Oh boy. Yes, sir! I'll be there before you know it. Oh boy. זוכרת איזה קול עשיתי לרג'ינה. So, what shall we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide and go seek? An idea, kiddo. But where exactly would we hide? He's not seriously considering it. Your game can wait, okay? We need to call on one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one. Oh, you bet I do! What crime scene recreation coming right up! Say what now?
Let me show you. Introducing a great thief's secret weapon. Great secret weapon. Little thief.
Avaz, Mama! I should have got the bill. Whoa! Screams appearing from thin air. This is some next level tech, little sis. Hey, lolly dog, we're fine. Wanna talk me through the deets? What are you doing now?
I'm inputting everything we need for the simulation.
Allow me to explain. This is Mr. Thief. It's a device that can recreate crime scenes at specific moments in time based on the data you feed it.
How about I start us off with a recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday?
Good idea. That was when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. We didn't pay that much attention to the well then. Who knows, we may have overlooked something.
Leave it to me! I'll use the photo I took. Beep 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 boop beep. That's all the data. Just pump the projection power to max and dark skies of evening. But now the bird takes a wing. There's take wing. One alone remains all seeing. Now, witness the true power of the real Monday Robin Hood.
Yikes! What is this?
It's a recreation of how things were yesterday. Model on the data I gave Lil Thief. This gadget was a tool used by the original Yatagarasu. But they used it to plan robberies.
Well, there's no harm in using it for something on the right side of the law now.
Oh, but keep in mind I can only recreate what you tell it to do. It can't simulate things it doesn't have data for, and if the data itself contains mistakes, then you'll wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too.
But this particular recreation is based on case photos, so we shouldn't run into any problems. That's enough preamble. Shall we get started? Go!
Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the recreation just like in real life. You can also present evidence to try and clear up any inconsistencies you find.
Of course. Thank you for the reminder.
Now, let's take a look at that well.
Those us.
We should examine this area carefully. It may just hold the clue we need.
כאילו, יש את כל הדברים שנלקחו, אבל אז יש את המנעול. What are a bunch of pulleys doing here? They don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets. There's a sturdy looking rope lying on the ground.
And that reminds me of the rope we used for playing tug of war in school.
The answer is no, Kay.
But what? I didn't say anything! Yet.
I see it also has a metal stake attached to one end.
Oh yeah! It looks like something you would use to put up a tent.
But there was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for? It's a metal weight of some kind. It looks like it weighs. Projection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kay? 30 pounds.
Sure! It was 30 pounds. Why? What does anyone need with such a heavy weight for anyway?
זמן לגוגל. זמן לגוגל כי אני רוצה לבדוק את זה. pound to kilo converter. נעשה את זה ככה שבו בעצם אני לא אסתיר שום דבר. אני רוצה 30 פאונדס. כמה זה יוצא? 13 קילו! קילו! Interesting.
Okay.
אז כן, זה די כבד, אבל לא נראה לי שזה מספיק בשביל להרים בן אדם.
It doesn't seem related to the circus show, at any rate. The well was behind the stage, which means...
There aren't many people who could have thrown Knight's body down during the show.
This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Saint. So, what do you think all the stuff around the well was used for? I can't see any of the animals needing them for their part of the performance. Indeed. Nothing immediately strikes me as a likely purpose. We'll have to ask Miss Berry later.
לא תפס, לא אי אפשר לתפס. יש את הכיסאות פה, שזה כנראה מתי שהיה את הסטייג'. את הסטייג' עצמו. יש את זה! What was the name of our trunk copy friend again?
Isaiah the Asian Elephant!
Okay. Of course! How could I forget?
Not exactly inspired though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it? Oh my gosh, Mr. Edgeworth! Not for the poor elephant herself!
לא קיימת.
I suspect that's about all there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon too.
Oh! Perfect investigation! Perfect investigation, baby! Woohoo!
Okay, you can power down Mr. Thief now. Sure thing! Prepare to return to normality!
Perfect investigation! אני אשכרה לא מאמין. אני אשכרה לא מאמין שזה היה perfect investigation. ואני מנחש שזה גמשו. Sorry, sir. I came as quick as I could. Yep, gumshoe.
Speak of the devil! Ah, detective. That was indeed impressively quick.
You know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting.
Thanks for coming all this way too, Regina. No problem. This seemed way more fun than rehearsals, so I ditched them for the day.
Oh my god.
It's very much appreciated.
Alright, detective.
Let's get started with Missile.
Yes, sir. Hey, Missile. Over here, boy. What's the matter? Come on, boy. Come on.
What's wrong with him?
Looks like he's scared of something, sir. Oh! Ah! What's the name? Alligator. Guess he's not a fan, sir.
Well, I doubt he'll be much of help to us like this.
Any other bright ideas, Malzarino?
Yes, actually. Miss Berry,
Would you mind lending us a hand?
Oh, I'd love to. Just tell me what you need. Do you want me to teach Allie some tricks?
I don't know. She could do it, but nothing quite like that. I'd simply like an account for what the art looked like during the show.
I like where this is going. You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right?
If you would be so kind. Magic Shadow Gobot, here we go!
Okay, I've plugged in all the data. Fire out the simulation.
Oh!
Here you go. This is what the yard was like during the show.
The time at which the body was perpetrated to have been thrown down the well.
Oh, wow! This is so amazing! It's like magic! No magic here, just sweet, sweet data! Which is why...
Master! The area behind the stage is missing. מה זה מראה פה? פרפורמנס 3:27, 8 בבוקר?
Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up, so we don't have any data of what it was like back there.
No data, no simulation, huh? Brutal.
I'm so sorry, guys. It's all because I let Simeon do everything by himself.
Oh no. It's all my friendly associates' fault. Objection, Fender.
Anyway, we've got a fresh simulation now, but we still have the other data too. I can switch back whenever you want to the recreation of them taking down the stage.
So we can examine the scene both during and after the show. Okay! Interesting mechanic, Little Thief! And switch between the two at will. I can switch between recreations by using P to talk with K. Oh, okay, partner talk, okay. Now then, let's continue our investigation, shall we? Go! Okay. Oh! The basket was empty in the other recreation.
Oh yeah! But it was definitely empty in the photo I took too. Oops! Sorry, I made a mistake when I was filling you in earlier.
Oh?
That basket's for holding Isaiah's food, but on the morning of the show, all of the apples that were in it had vanished. Poof! I totally forgot to mention it. Sorry.
Disappearing apples. I should make a note of this. אוקיי. אני זוכר את זה כאובייס, יש כאן את הכיסאות שהיו בעצם. יש לו well כאן שזה פשוט unknown data. יש גם את האובייס של סימין פה. מה יש בלוג'יק? Well, as an elephant to spring apples, 3-pound weight. Okay. בוא נשאל את האובייס. האם היא אכלה את זה? כן, אוקיי! The apples in the basket were likely eaten by Isaiah.
Really? That's strange. I made sure to put a car where her trunk could reach them.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, yes. It was still full of apples the night before the show.
Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved to somewhere within Isaiah's reach. A large basket full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind. Which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. So before the show had even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten. Yes, that seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation, Kay.
Will do. I will add that info into the simulation of the performance then. Updating based on what Regina told us now. Da-da-da. There! All done!
Okay. זה היה obvious. רק בשביל להסתכל בעצם ברקריאיישן עצמו, אבל... מה נותר לנו? כי הלוג'יק כאן הוא לא נראה כזה obvious. הלוג'יק כאן הוא לא כזה obvious. הלוג'יק כאן הוא לא כזה obvious, אז אני לא יכול כזה פשוט לגשת ישר על ברוט פורס. מה עוד אני יכול ללכת עליו?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Switch location.
Alright, you want me to switch the recreation to yesterday's stage 2 down?
Okay.
There you go. This is how things look like when they were taking down the stage.
Okay. אז כן, עכשיו הבאסקט נמצא פה. No wonder it smelled of animals. It was being used for the elephant. To hold Isaiah's apples, right?
Yep. It was full of them the day before the show.
So they vanished overnight.
Oh, did you figure something out, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh my god, עשיתי את זה! What possibly? עשיתי את זה כבר! יש את הכיסאות האלה שזזו בעצם בין on stage לבין off stage. הבעיה זה שאין הרבה information על ה-well. אין כזה הרבה information כאן. It would appear that we're missing some data for this point in time.
Yep, that's about the size of it. Gotta go steal us some data.
I don't steal data, Kay. I use logic and deduction to get what I need.
Well, I'm more of an act first, think later gal.
Please don't add to my workload with your recklessness. I would hate to have to order your arrest. אז יש בשם כל האייטמים של ה-well. אז זה was me בפסן the night before the show. לא. No way שזה עכשיו לוג'יק. אין שום סיכוי שעכשיו זה פשוט לוג'יק. No way עכשיו הכל זה לוג'יק. No shot הכל עכשיו זה לוג'יק. פליז לא. אוקיי, לא, אוקיי, זה לא כזה. אוקיי. מה שחשבתי עכשיו זה פשוט שיהיה אפשר שהאייטמים האלה הזיזו אותם בעצם. שהזיזו בעצם את האייטמים בעזרת האייטמס. מה עוד יכול להיות פה? חסר שנצטרך להגיד, הכיסאות זזו בצד בגלל שהיה את הטרדאון. רגע, הסטייג' נראה שונה. בלי קשר לטרדן, מה קרה לזה של בייביג? Yep, this is where the circus show stage stood.
Do you think people would be interested in a great thieving show?
I'm sure the police would be very eager to attend. Wow.
A story of forbidden love between a tiger and an elephant. Wish I could have seen it. Wish I could have seen Simeon up there on that stage, too. Oh, he was so wonderful! The way he flew off that stage.
Yes, that scene. Yep. Roughly how long would you say Mr. Saint was off stage for, Miss Berry?
Let's see. I guess it was around 15 minutes.
Just as Judge Rivera said. Yeah. Is it pretty hairy health and safety-wise having an elephant fling a guy off of the stage?
No! Isaiah's very gentle.
I'm not sure if it changes much if she flings him gently or roughly.
Too gentle, in fact. When we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him. But by the end, he was flying off that stage. Not because of Isaiah, though. Simeon had figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't that amazing?
A trick? Do you have any idea what kind of trick?
Ooh, me? Oh no, it was Simeon's big thing. I wouldn't know where to start.
אוקיי, אז כן היה רלוונט, לא בגלל מה שרציתי, אבל... רלוונט. Oh! זה לא בהכרח נותן משהו מובן מאליו. אבל הנה עכשיו עולה לי משהו. מה אם זה היה בשביל ה-If it's Saint? את סימיון סיינט. ה-items וה-big moment. נראה את זה. אוקיי! יופי! The trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene could have been something to do with all the items we have found by the well. Kay, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from when they were tearing down the stage?
You got it!
Taking another good look at these items, would they not have been used for the trick of Mr. Saint's?
Sounds plausible enough. Hey, I could maybe add it to the simulation.
Good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details.
Roger that! I'll be right back.
Bye, Kay.
I'm back, and he told me exactly how he did it.
Excellent. Well, how does it work?
He said he used the pulley at the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from the rope. And lower that down the well. The other end of the rope went through 2 more pulleys and was tied around his body.
I see. So he used the downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air.
אוקיי, זה קצת יותר הגיוני. אם זה בשביל להרים אותו פלוס הדחיפה של הפיל, של הזרע, אז כן, 13 קילו נשמע הגיוני יותר.
How did he make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted to?
He used the stake to stop it. That's how.
This Barry didn't seem to know anything about the trick, or the contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out the stake.
That's right. And to do that, he used the secondary length of rope. He tied it to the stake, and then when he gave it a sharp tug,
זה נופל והכל עובד. אוקיי.
The stake was released and the weight dropped down the well.
הלוואי שטרוסי הייתה מסבירה דברים כאלה יותר פשוטים.
it's a great trick. I have to steal it. This one has to go into the Great Thieves repertoire.
It may not be quite that easy. This kind of circus tricks can require years of practice to master. Simply stealing the idea won't be enough.
Alright, practice it is then.
Well, before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation?
Oh, right. Then we can see how it all worked for ourselves. Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance.
כי עכשיו יש לנו את הדאטה.
Now to add in the data. A little thing should be able to reproduce the trick now.
So, this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick.
אשכרה, אוקיי, אשכרה evidence, אוקיי.
Simeon's full of surprises, huh? I mean, jumping your way down a well to help him fly off the stage like that? That's genius.
Indeed, but I imagine he would have indeed quite a lot of weight. More than him, at the very least. It would have taken some serious pull to lift him into the air like that.
כן.
Yeah, and probably a ton of practice.
זה מה שמדאיג אותי כאן. הוא יותר מדי קל בשביל שזה יהיה ריאליסטי. למה? זה באמת הבעיה כאן. לא נראה לי שסימיאן הוא פחות מ-13 קילו. That's nonsense. זה נונסנס. שסימיאן הוא קטן מ-13 קילו או 30 פאונד. זה לא ריאליסטי בכלל. זה חייב להיות עוד משהו. רגע. עכשיו יש לי את ה-well ב-recreation. רגע, דבר. רגע. עכשיו יש לי פה את הדאטה. מה זה עושה פה?
It's one heavy weight. And it makes you think how much this must be all weighing on Simeon.
It does. I'm not sure I quite see it myself.
Oh, too bad we don't have the real thing here. Otherwise, I'll hang around your neck like a big ol' albatross. Then we'll see how you like it.
You would face some stiff resistance if you tried, I can promise you that. Mr. Saint used the well to construct a contraption that would send him flying from the stage. He made clever use of 2 ropes. יפה, אחד שתלוי בו ואחד אמור. Spark. It's like the one we saw in the workshop. A star?
It's just like the one we saw. Oh my god.
Yes. But why is it here?
But why is it? Oh my die! Okay, oh my god.
Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You've gone kinda blank.
And I intend to stay blank until you stop stealing my thoughts.
יש שם משהו? יאללה, מה? Pulley and a rope. I suppose the two tend to go together.
They sure do. Like a great thief and her treasure. Can't have one without the other.
Sorry, but the proper pairing in this case is a great thief and a center handcuff.
My god. My god, שניכם.
This is the rope that was hanging down the well.
There's no pianta. Pinata at the end of it. And definitely no bucket.
Do try to be serious, Kay.
Oh, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. So cut that stare of yours.
Actually, she may be onto something. You might want to consider what really could have been attached to the end of the rope.
What could have been attached at the end of the rope? אז אני כן רוצה. שאני אעשה את שני אלה. קילו זה לא מספיק! 13 קילו זה לא מספיק בשביל להרים מישהו שהוא כנראה 70! What are you talking about?
Wait, doesn't this seem odd to you?
No.
You haven't noticed, Detective. There's something strange about the weight we found.
יש רק אחד. כי 13 קילו זה לא מספיק!
The problem is the number of weights. That is to say, the one weight on its own wouldn't be heavy enough.
Finally! סוף כל סוף מדברים על זה! 13 קילו לא היה מספיק בשביל להרים מישהו שהוא 60!
A single 30-pound weight couldn't have lifted Mr. Saint off the ground.
Oh, yeah!
In which case, could there be perhaps some weights missing?
Sounds like a job for my 7 secret weapons, sir!
Should the need to use them arise, I suppose I should speak with him then.
אז אחד? לא. Yep, yeah, that's useless. Nope. Yeah. Don't say a word, sir. I just know what you're looking for. So, it's really all over your face.
It is.
Mesa may be temporarily out of commission, but my fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to give the metal detector a shot, I have that too.
I've never seen him so excited. I'm sure to let you know if I need either of them, Detective.
A metal detector! בשביל להרים משקלים!
שיש בהם מתכת.
No need to explain further.
Detective, I have need of one of your secret weapons.
Roger that!
The metal detector, if you would be so kind.
Ugh, jeez. I'm never gonna get to use my fishing rod. So, before we get started, let me run you through how the metal detector works, sir. It's simple enough. It uses this sound. And this gauge.
Okay.
To tell you how close you are to something made of metal. The closer you get, the more strongly it will react. When it starts going wild like this, just give me the order to examine the spot where I'm standing. Say, what do we got here? Oh, the fence. However, that's how it all works. You tell me where you want me to look, sir. I'll get right on it.
Okay, Ken. Okay, הבנתי. Oh. אז בגלל זה...
But well. We're getting warmer, but still weak, sir.
Huh? Hey, what?
We're close, sir. There's something metallic nearby.
The fuck?
I found something. There's something here, sir.
I don't see anything metallic. What did the detector pick up?
Guess they must have just picked up some iron sand.
Iron sand. As in, sand you can pick up with a magnet.
That's the stuff. You can find it at the beach sometimes. I got just the thing we need right here. Right here. Introducing cigarette weapon number 6. Or 7.
Are you making this up as you go along?
A seemingly ordinary magnet I found at the hardware store.
Oh my god.
Watch this. I'm just working close to the ground and ta-da! It's picking out some iron. Picking out the iron. Whoa! Come on, little guys. Come to Papa.
It must be nice to be so easily entertained. Regardless, the investigation must continue.
Alright, let's get back to it.
זה האשכרה היה טרול. Oh.
Oh. It's a gold coin, sir. What a find. It'll go down in history.
I don't imagine gold coin would stay hidden long in a prison yard.
Oh, you found it. Never would have guessed it was hiding there this whole time. That's one of the coins from the big coin hunt we hold once every 2 weeks. Hey, that sounds kinda interesting. Must be fun for the whole family. There is. The prisoners have to hunt for the coins the warden buried around the yard. And if they find 3 silver coins or 1 gold one, they can swap them for a jelly donut.
Is the show now a treasure hunt? Is this a prison or playground? מה עוד יכול להיות פה?
מגיב כאן בשונה משהו מהפנס. Let's take a look, see. Huh? Found this little guys in the ground. Oh! They're the same as the wits we found by the well. They must be from Mr. Saint's trick. Did something hide these here on purpose? I count 4 altogether, sir.
They would be more than heavy enough to send him flying.
120 פאונד, אם נעשה 13 כפול 4 זה יוצא... 52. אם אני לא טועה, נכון? אפל מתמטיקה. מחשבון 13 קילו בערך, מכפילים את זה ב4 סך הכל. כן, 52, וואו. אני טועה מתמטיקה. אז כן, זה 52 קילו, עכשיו זה יותר הגיוני.
So somebody hit several of the same weights as the one by the well. But why? And why over here?
Yes! Nice work, me! Yeah! Huh.
An alligator!
It nearly gave me a heart attack. Huh?
What's the matter, detective?
It's the metal detector, sir. It's, reacting to the alligator.
חשוד.
What? How?
You're sure it's not responding to the weights we just found?
No, sir. I'm sure this is something different. And I'm sure it's coming from the alligator.
And she's gone. Okay.
We scared that big snapper good. I don't think that's it, Kay. Huh? Then what is it? Ellie hasn't been herself lately.
That's the name. Allie, the warden's favorite pet.
She won't even look at the food Warden Lagarde brought her yesterday. She was acting as if, I don't know, as if maybe she had eaten something that didn't agree with her.
Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir.
Oh no! What if she ate one of the weights?
אם ככה זה 100% זה כבר יצא 65 קילו. הוא היה כבר עף. הוא היה בעצם עף. הוא היה חייב גם לעמוד על האדמה.
I highly doubt that even an alligator could swallow a 30-pound lump of iron. So what did the metal detector actually pick up? And why would someone hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Kay, could you recreate this scene again?
Coming right up!
Deduce.
יש פה deduction.
למה יש פה אף אחד? לא.
יש סיכוי שאני גם טועה, אז כאילו, טועה בהיגיון שבו אני צריך לגשת לפה, אז...
רגע. לי יוצא obvious בנוגע לאיך בדיוק הרי יש את המנעול, היה את המנעול. אז איך בדיוק זה היה יכול להיכנס בתוך החורים כאן? אבל אני אשכרה צריך להסתכל לפי ה-evidence English deduction. לא, אוקיי. אני לא הולך לעשות לזה ברוט פורס עכשיו, אני פשוט הולך לחשוב לעיקר מה רוב הסיכויים זה רוצה לבקש ממני. אין משהו שעולה לי כ-obvious. אין לי פה משהו שעולה כ-obvious. הם מדברים כאן, הנושא שדיברנו עליו זה למה בעצם שיסתירו את המשקלים? כאילו יש כאן משהו אחר שאני חושב עליו, שכאילו מה הפואנטה של הטארפ? לא. Don't imagine things, it's missing something. חסר משהו! חסר משהו בקונטרפשן. אתה אומר חסר משהו בקונטרפשן. אז כן, זה חייב להיות זה. זה חייב להיות הטריק. זה חייב להיות הטריק. אוקיי, אולי אני סתם קופץ יותר מדי, כי עכשיו זה עלה לי את זה. מה עם הרופ שהיה בעצם עם נייט? מה עם הרופ שנמצא אצל ברונקו? ברונקו נייט? הוא בעצם... הוא בעצם היה קשור לטריק של סימיון. Think about the two recreations. The one during the performance and the one we're looking at right now. There's a major difference between the two. Namely, that one of the ropes is missing. Oh yeah! Mr. Saint's trick won't work with only the items we see before us. So, what happened? Where did the missing rope go? I think one of the pieces of evidence we've collected might tell us exactly that. Really? What shows us where the missing rope went? Take that! הרוב השני שמצאנו. This rope was found beside Knight's body. Wait! You mean... Yes.
It must have been the other rope used in Mr. Saint's trick.
So you're saying...
Yes, that this rope did indeed have a weight attached to it. But it wasn't any of the iron weights we found. Those were hidden in the bushes replaced with something else.
What is it? What was it, Miss Wedgeworth? Come on, I'm dying here.
אבל זה למה אתה פה הגיוני! זה למה יש לו טוב בשביל להסתיר evidence! Think about what the rope we found in the workshop was related to. Do that and you'll soon figure out the answer. The weight dropped down the well in place of the iron weights was...
Take that!
Knight. It can only have been Knight's body that was dropped down the well.
What? Mr. Knight's body was the weight?
שהנה, עכשיו כבר הנושא הזה של המשקל הרבה יותר גדול. וואי, שכחתי, הנושא הזה של הרוב פשוט נועל את זה ככה לפני שהוא אחר כך מוציא פה ואז אחר כך הוא נופל. טמבל. Yes, somebody first swapped out the weights used for Mr. Saint's trick. Then Mr. Saint used the contraption to make his exit from the stage. When he let the rope around his body loose, both the rope and Knight's body fell to the bottom of the well. That rope was never used to restrain Knight. It was used to suspend his body halfway down the well. שאלה קטנה בשביל דגש, הייתי אומר די חשוב. בתיאורטי, רק בנושא של התיאורטי. לא היה צריך בעצם לא משנה, אני לא יכול לחשוב על זה עכשיו. From this, we can easily see why most of the weights were hidden.
So that no one would realize they had been replaced with the body.
אוקיי, עכשיו נזכרתי מה רציתי להגיד. לא זה אומר בעצם כאילו, מה שרציתי להגיד זה שאני שכחתי לגמרי את התיאוריה של מתי סימיון הרג את ברונקו. מתי בדיוק סימיון הרג בעצם... מתי בדיוק בתיאוריה של גבל סימיון הרג את ברונקו? זה מה שאני שכחתי. כי אם זה קרה בלילה, זה עושה דברים קצת מעניין. לפי ההיגיון פה. Precisely. We can then further deduce that they were hidden by the killer. Whoa there, gang. Was it poor Bronco stabbed in the neck? Wouldn't there be blood everywhere, including down the well? Oh, the killer thought of that. Which is why they used this. What did the killer use to stop Knight's blood from going everywhere? A tarp. This tarp was found with the body. I think it's likely that Knight's corpse was wrapped in it. Oh, another piece of the puzzle falls into place. It's all coming together now. Love it.
But all we're doing is proving that the body did go down the well. Which means we're hoping to prove that Simeon was the killer.
No, not quite. כמו שאני אומר, אני לא זוכר בדיוק את התיאוריה.
But what about what Judge Cavell said yesterday?
But if Mr. Saint truly is the killer, why would he need to go to such lengths to commit his crime?
That's true.
Its body fell down the well when Mr. Singh used his contraption during the show. Therefore, it reveals nothing about where the real killer actually was, or what they were doing at the time. It's only designed to throw suspicion onto those who were not at the show.
Yeah, I guess we did suspect Mr. Canis right away, huh?
That was the killer's goal, to make us think that the crime took place during the show.
Oh!
In other words, they used the well contraption to construct an alibi. Miss Berry, when exactly did Mr. Singh put his contraption together?
It would have been the day before the show. The night before, actually. Yes, we started getting ready for the show at around 9 p.m. And I think we finished at around midnight.
In which case, the killer must have switched the weights out for the body after that point. Did Canis know about this contraption? Even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to do much with it. And I highly doubt that he taught his dog to suspend bodies halfway down wells. Which means, Canis isn't the killer.
Bloody harm a Canis, so...
כן. אוקיי, כן. that makes sense.
כל זה בשביל להציע אלוביי, שזה באמת מעצבן, כי זה מה שקאניס נחשב פה.
But it was left England inside the well the night before the incident. Baskin was going by someone the night before the show.
No shot! אין שום סיכוי שזה מה שאני צריך לעשות. Conveniently! כל זה קורה the night before the show! Yep.
The basket was moved the night before the circus performance. And we've deduced that the weights were switched out for the body at around the same time.
Hard to chalk that up to coincidence, huh?
Then the next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved? I think I can hazard a guess. The cart would have been blocking that door.
Shut up, power room!
Which can only mean
That somebody needed to open it.
למי יש access?
But now let's see what's... Oh, great. It's locked.
זה למה אני שואל, למי שיש גישה לפאוור רום, זה בעצם האחד שהוא בעצם הקורפרט.
Let me ask a guard for her. Help. Hey, Mr. Guard!
Yes, miss. What can I do for you?
that was fast. God, where is the key to this door?
Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask her for it.
Well, my God is the only one with a key. Meaning, if somebody did open the door, they would have had to get it from her somehow.
כן, זה או קשור לגארד או שזה לגארד. That's it. That's it, כי מפה אין שום היגיון בעצם להזיז את הקארט.
Thanks for the help.
High voltage your camera sensor A, sensor B, sensor C.
נראה לי שזה המיין פאוור.
Look at all these breakers. They must control the electricity for the whole prison.
So, we're thinking somebody got in here the night before the show, right? But why? What were they trying to do?
Well, I doubt they came here by mistake, thinking it was the break room. They must have had the calm to tamper with the switches.
Did they turn off the power or to something?
Now to think of it, wasn't there something that lost power What might have lost power had the breaker been flipped?
A security gate.
כי זה מרגיש מוזר. הברייסלט מרגיש מוזר. אז אני חושב הסקיוריטי גייטס.
Take that.
What? What? מה? Hold it, what? Oh. זה עשה לי עוד הסייב ישר. זה עשה לי עוד הסייב ישר. Oh, you're kidding me. היה כל כך טוב. רגע. מה היה פה? לוג'יק? יפ, לוג'יק. זה היה לוג'יק ואז אחר כך פה. אוקיי, צ'יק צ'ק. בוא נעשה את זה צ'יק צ'ק. First speedrun mode! אומייגאד, כל המשחק כל כך איתי פה. כן, תגבירו תאוצה בבקשה. הדבר היחיד שנותר זה בעצם הברייסלטס. הדבר היחיד שנותר זה הברייסלטס.
Take that.
לא. כן, זה גם לא הגיוני בגלל שזה לא תלוי במיין ברייקר רום. איך זה לא? Oh! מה עם זה security footage?
Take that.
There was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage. Oh yeah, there was! So somebody flipped the breaker it was connected to? It seems very likely. Do you think it was the killer? It's true the shining of the cameras would have made things easier for them.
It would.
Which means... you know what? Someone who had access to the breakers. And it seems only one person has the key. Couldn't be, could it?
Alright, little thief. Your work here is done.
אז כן, זה חייב להיות לגארד. זה חייב להיות לגארד לפי הלוג'יק הזה, כי... מה יהיה הפואנטה בעצם להיכנס לברייקר רום? היי, שניכם. איי. אומייגאד, עכשיו אני נזכרתי חייב לעשות voice acting! אומייגאד.
First on the scene. The early bird wins the worm.
Good morning, Mr. Winner.
How did you get here before me?
Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you've made an early start. And I see you've made a late one, Judge Gabel. This is not my only case. I am a very busy woman. But all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieved of his only current responsibility. Oh, I do apologize. I meant, of course, an associate attorney.
Associate? More like asinine.
We'll see about that. Eustace, let us begin the investigation of the yard.
Okay. I'll go get some officers to help.
Hold it!
Fascinated. That won't be necessary.
Why not?
I've already finished investigating the yard, and why quite the prize in the process.
Won? But I'm supposed to be the winner.
Your Honor, I would like to revisit your theory from yesterday. Perfect. In order to thoroughly disprove it. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth. As I'm sure you remember, your badge is in my hands.
שלוש חודשים שלא שיחקתי במשחק הזה! Let's do this!
How could I forget? You've told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you'd care to try a different threat.
Overruled.
You have been warned repeatedly, yes. And each time my words seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Allow me to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination.
Objection!
The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are of no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simeon Saint's innocence. Interesting. And spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncomprehending. In the name of the goddess of justice, I will strike down your case without mercy. And when I'm done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this.
וואו, איך אומרים את זה? Fucking ball!
My fear remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday. Mr. Carcerato did not see Knight's body when he passed down the tunnel. As such, the body could have been dropped down the well during the show.
כן.
We both know that the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint.
טכנית זה נכון, אבל יש קצת טוויסט פה.
That's still your assertion. And you can prove it, of course.
Yeah, of course she can. Who do you think you're up against?
What Eustace means to say is that we received the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. She really is a very busy woman. Busy looking after baby Winner. The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is as stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep.
Shut up.
Between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on the 27th. 4-inch deep. Okay. Simeon Saint was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. There was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Judge Covell hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means... I feel there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. You seem very confident of that. But do you have any evidence to prove it? Yes, I think I just might.
אז זה משהו שקיבל אפדייט או שזה בעצם ככה? גם אפילו שתחית זה לא נכון? זה לא נכון? התיאוריה? פשוט הזמן היחיד שבו היה את ההחלפה זה בעצם מ-12 בלילה עד ל-day of incident בגלל שזה בשביל לייצר אלוביי.
The body could have only been dropped down the well during the show. לא. בגלל ה-contraption. לא. אוקיי, כן, זה לא בהכרח. לא נכון, זה פשוט קרסרטו לא ראה את זה כי זה היה מעליו. Oh no, the only one who dropped the body during the show was Mr. C. אז אולי צריך לעשות פרס? כן, זה משהו שהוא בהכרח לא נכון. Located in the power room. Guards after the prison yard, they were tempered the night before the well, they tempered with the night before the body was found. Oh, a rope. לא? a rope? כי זה בעצם מה שהחזיק את הגופה של ברונקו. או שבאמת צריך לעשות בעצם פרסים. ישיגו שזה באמת מצב של פרסים, אז... That fear being that Mr. Saint was the killer. You're certainly clinging to it rather stubbornly. And you are certainly clinging rather stubbornly to the idea that Mr. Saint wasn't the killer. Do you have any conclusive evidence that he wasn't? Any idea who the real killer might be? I'd like to see what evidence you yourself have first. I am an emissary of the goddess of justice. My words are her words. But her words are wasted on you, I see. You would challenge me if I said the sky was blue. Is this a court or a cult? If you truly need to refute words, the word of the divine, then come, show me your evidence. אז אוקיי, זה פשוט מדבר על זה שהוא הקילר. שאני אומר, זה לא בהכרח נכון. אז חסר שזה אשכרה first statement. לא. חסר שזה first statement logic. או שזה רוצה שישר נדבר על ה-breaker room. או שזה רוצה שישר נדבר בעצם על החדר של פנטום פרדי בנייט 2 של סיסטר לוקיישן. לא. אוקיי. מה זה? לא זוכר מתי עשיתי את זה. I can't present with evidence. Rope. A rope, a tarp, a body. Rope, tarp, body. Security camera. זה שני החדשים, השרק והברייקרים. לא, אוקיי, כן. כי טכנית היא אמורה לדעת על זה שיש את טיים גאפ. זהו, אז לא מה בדיוק האבידנס הזה? This was actually recorded around 9 AM. רגע, לא, זה קשור לקרסרטו, לא משנה. אז אוקיי, אני אמשיך עם הפרסים כי אני לא בטוח. It's impossible that Mr. Coserato simply failed to notice the body. Assisted the associate attorney, you have been through the secret passage, have you not?
Whoa! How'd you know?
I noticed mud on you yesterday. On that charming key in your hair, to be precise.
That's incredible! You could be a great thief with eyes like that!
Answer me truthfully in the name of the goddess. Would you or would you not have noticed the body had one been present?
Well, you know, I guess I would have.
There you have it. Mr. Casarato did not see a body, which means there was no body there to see. It could only have been dropped down the well during the show.
Hold it!
Could you talk us through your reasoning on that a little more? The day before the performance, Mr. Knight borrowed the keys from Mr. Casarato. Or more specifically, the key to his cell. Mr. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Mr. Saint took Mr. Knight to the yard in that cage, and that's where he killed him. The following day, Mr. Casarato crawled his way through the tunnel, but there was no body there yet.
Wait a second, that doesn't add up! Mr. Casarato smelled that sweet smell, so Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already!
No, his body did not pass through the tunnel until sometime after Mr. Casarato had crawled through it. Mr. Casarato used the tunnel right around the time the show was starting. The body was discovered just after the performance ended. From which you deduce that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show. Yes, and who the culprit must be. It could only have been dropped during the show.
לא. כי לא היה את המשקלים עדיין. ואז אחר כך הקולפרט הזיז את המשקלים בעצם. והחליף עם הגופה של ברונקו.
Objection!
למה לא יכולת את המשקלים כאבידנס?
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Could nobody else have done it? I understand that Miss Berry was on stage for the entire performance. Most of the prisoners were watching the show, and those who were not have plausible alibis. What about the guards? They too were watching the show, just as was the warden. How can you be so sure? The guard could have easily approached the well unnoticed. None of the guards left their posts during the show. I have checked this for myself now. I took statements from each and every one of them. She's thorough, I'll give her that. Are you finally ready to accept the truth that the killer could only have been Simeon Saint? Judge Gavel hasn't carried out a full investigation of the yard yet.
Which means we've got the advantage for a change.
I should review the evidence we gathered during the investigation of the yard.
אז חייב להיות פה, כי זה איפה שזה... נמצא.
Objection!
לא.
דרך כזאת information זה לא נתן. מה אני מפספס שהוא obvious? In the poem, just of the prison shows placed by the victim's body at my son.
Objection! Objection!
Would force a trick?
Objection!
Oh my god! צריך לצל options! During the show.
Objection!
Huh. אני קצת מבולבל כאן באמת, אבל כאילו דיברנו על זה נייט כבר היה סספנדד בלילה של השואו. הוא היה סספנדד בלילה של השואו בשביל לעשות את הטריק. מבלי שאף אחד יודע על זה. Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged up with a certain unique contraption. A contraption? Go on. You will recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the athlete. I do. Just before he was to be absent for some time. דאבל, שכחתי שהפיל לא יכול לעשות את זה לבד. שכחתי שכל הסיבה של ה-contraption זה בגלל שהפיל לא יכול לעשות את זה לבד. He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Wrapping the weight at the end down the well allowed him to complete the trick.
Objection!
Wait! Would that set him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage?
Hold it!
It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With a second rope, he was able to pull up the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. We have found evidence to suggest that the original weight was replaced with Knight's body. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. בגלל שאין שום סיבה לעשות את הסוויץ'. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between the murder and the show.
Objection!
You're saying Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, right? Well then, who do you think is the number one most likely person to have used it to dispose of a body,
למישהו שיש גישה לברייקרס.
Even you must see how this looks.
Objection!
If Mr. Saint was the killer, he could have simply done as Judge Govell theorized, without these extra steps. Miss Berry.
Yes?
Does anyone else know about how Miss Saint's trick works?
Well, let's see. We had to get the president's approval on what we were going to perform. So I don't think Simeon's the only one who knows.
And there you have it.
Overruled!
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation. And yet, I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right? is what I'm doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so? How can you not grasp even that? How can you not see that you're doing wrong at this very moment? You're a prosecutor, and yet you aid the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You're breaking every rule in the book. And I think only of what is right and just, and act as I see fit in each situation I'm confronted with. This is the path I have chosen, and whether you can comprehend that choice is impartial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all that I bring to bear. Well, I can't. I bring to bear. Whatever. Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me. Very well. If it is her will that we must fight, then I shall end this once and for all. Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth. But there is another reason why only Mr. Saint can be the killer.
Go on.
If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. The only person who could have had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint. And thus, he remains the only plausible suspect.
What?
Mr. Saint took a cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. But why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the Holdings house?
Yeah, it is pretty sus.
Wow. Acho que a Agnes dela sus.
Oh boy. But we've all met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the kind of thing he would do. It's entirely plausible that he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be plausible, but it is not more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape. I need some real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge.
Okay, National Ball. The body was moved. The knife must have been first brought
Here, to the yard from the cell. The other person with the opportunity is Simeon Saint. And that's your main possible suspect.
Hold it!
Was there really no other way he could have come here? Mr. Knight was awaiting a trial. If he, or a random non-inmate, had openly entered the prison proper, he surely would have been noticed. And presumably, none of your witnesses have testified to having seen such a thing. Precisely. Praise to the goddess of justice for granting you this insight. So, as you will agree, it can only be that Mr. Knight was brought over here in secret.
השאלה שלי למה על היארד? השאלה שלי זה היארד. למה על היארד? רגע! רגע! אם הלוג'יק כאן, אם ההיגיון פה, זה בעצם... אף אחד לא ראה אותו. אז מה עם security cameras?
Objection!
לא.
The only person with the opportunity is a saint.
אולי פה זה הברייקר רום. המצלמה בברייקר רום.
Objection!
Yep.
Mr. Saint is far from the only one who had the opportunity.
Which opportunity are we talking about again?
We previously established that the time code on the security camera was off by 3 hours. And from this, we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. Do you mean to say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That it was no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible?
It was completely possible to create the 3-hour gap.
Seeing
Take
this,
Our investigation of the art.
looks somewhat rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one of which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. You also learned that the door to the power room may have been opened at around the time of the murder.
What?
Such a shame. To see one so capable fall so short of the mark.
Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing.
Then how does he explain the lock on the power room door?
Oh yeah, it was kinda locked up tight. And the warden's the only one with the key.
Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure. So I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to the power room's key so easily.
Objection!
I'm a culprit to the guard.
No, but one person could have. I beg your pardon? That person, the killer, had easy access to it. In fact, and once more, their position here is such that nobody would dare question them.
Objection!
What? There's no one like that. The breaker to the electric fence is in there. They would have been questioned in an instant.
There's only one person who meets these criteria. I can hardly believe it myself, but I have to follow where the logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was the guard.
Take that!
The real culprit is... Oh.
Ha!
Warden Lagarde.
Convenient!
Oh, just look at you. Aren't you the cutest little poochie woo? He's not just a pretty face. Miss also has quite the nose for sweet things. It seems he's smelling something very sweet indeed. And it's coming from you. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume. And perhaps, is it the sweet stench of death? You're a regular poet, aren't you? I had no idea. But if I didn't know better, I would almost think you were calling what? The killer. That is precisely what I'm calling you.
But what?
Warden Lagarde is the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, you do realize what you're saying? Oh, such a naughty boy! How could he suspect me? I'm the one in charge around here. It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we? And equally far-fetched. This is preposterous.
Hold it!
היא היחידה שיש לה גישה לחדר!
sadly, it is not. Although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that Warden Lagarde is the killer. A breakout?
אחד את הברייקרס. כי זה מה שאנחנו אומרים.
Take that!
לא. What? אוקיי, אני קצת מבולבל. אוקיי. כי אנחנו אומרים שיש לה בעצם את ה-opportunity להיכנס לחדר, בלי suspicion. לא, זה. זה מה שאנחנו נכנסים אליו.
Hold it!
זה התיאוריה שאנחנו נכנסים אליו. לגארד היא הקורפרט כי יש לה גישה לחדר. מה עוד? הפעמונים? לא, זה אבל יהיה מוזר. למה שזה יהיה הפעמונים? הסקיוריטי קאמרה.
Take that!
לא. או שזה הטארפ? או שזה הלייאאוט? מה הלוג'יק שאתה רוצה שאני אכנס אליו? הטונל? הטריק?
Take that!
מי גאד, מה שונא מתי שאני אמצא ב-visible confusion. הטארפ?
Take that!
לא. רגע, מה?
I just smelled something with gold just now.
הבנתי. 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 זה מסור. זה היה מסור.
Take that!
Your scent betrays you, Warden. And here is your accuser. The police dog. You have him track a sweet scent that was lingering around its body back when it was first found. He now appears to be smelling that same scent. And it's coming from you.
Oh, ho, ho, darling. You're priceless, really you are. Your evidence is a whiff of suspicion. Verity, dear. Do put him in his place.
It seems Judge Gavel may have reached a similar conclusion to myself. You believe this to be no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth?
I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. Were it just one or the other, we might be able to brush it off as coincidence. However,
Indeed. Then it seems a conclusion approaches. Perhaps you should hear what the warden has to say for herself.
we should. And when we have, this case will finally be at an end. We're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, the killer? How could I possibly do such a thing? I did that.
Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell, so by your logic, I would have had to have killed him there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body? Especially as I never went into the prison. I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check it if you like. You won't find a record anywhere of me having entered or left the prison proper. I haven't the first idea of what her-brained theories you little scamps have cooked up, but I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer. Give me a break! Missile doesn't lie! Don't make it hard on everyone, just come clean! Oh dear. I'm afraid you are the one making things difficult. As I just said, I never went into the prison. If you think I'm lying, go check the records. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, stop being a big silly. You've made a boo-boo and you know it. What the fuck? מה זה השפה הזאתי? אני חושב ככה, אין רקורדס, נכון? כי את חיבית אותה! פאק! אוקיי. פיגר פרט אחד. אוקיי. Victim in his cell. Dead in his cell, so by your logic I would have killed him there. But how am I supposed to move the body? We should work, cook them up, but again. Go to my office right before the show began.
Hold it!
So you were in your office the whole time? And you didn't notice anything unusual? No, I can't say that I did. And you didn't notice anything missing? I must confess, I'm a rather messy girl. And a forgetful one at that. I put something down and it's lost forever. It's a curse, darling, a curse. I even lost some important evidence recently. It was gone. Poof! Just like that. What? And she still has a job? Honestly, if somebody came into my office and took something, it might be years before I noticed. It seems like I'll need more than the power room key to expose her. On the day of the murder, I was working in my office. Oh, and looking for something I've misplaced. Even if I had a reason to go into the prison, I simply wouldn't have had the time. Llama. זה אי אפשר להשתמש בברייק רום קי. obvious, אז אי אפשר להשתמש בברייקרס. אז זה cameras. אני לא יודע למה הסנסור של פרנק סאוט הוא עדיין רלוונטי. למה הסנסור של פרנק סאוט הוא עדיין רלוונטי? How am I supposed to body? Oh! זה משהו שצץ לי. לא באבידנס! פאק! אני חשבתי על התפוחים, על הסלסלת תפוחים.
Hold it!
Do you have any evidence that he didn't enter the prison? Please, darling, let me finish.
Oh.
That's stupid. זה אשכרה מטומטם.
Objection! Hold it!
Sure, maybe you didn't go for the main entrance to the prison. But what if you took another route? Oh, come now, sweetie. Surely you don't mean that awful, filthy tunnel they discovered. Why, until yesterday I had no idea it even existed. No, you had another way in. I'm certain of it. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance or the tunnel. The route you took went through this location. המשרד.
Take that!
הרב מהמשרד לחלק ככה של היער ואז נכנס ככה לבריקר.
Hold it!
Oh.
Take that!
Through the fence. Warden, if you took Knight from his cell and brought him to your office, which just happens to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. A gold star for creativity, darling! And how would I have gone through the fence, The extremely high fence topped with razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it. Yeah, how's she supposed to have gone through that, The fence's electricity supply can be cut off from the power room. And only you had the key, Warden. But no one but you could have done it.
Overruled!
כן. לפי הלוג'יק הזה, היא נכנסה מהמשרד ומהפריזן באותו הזמן.
Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard. Warden Lagarde was on the detention center side. How would she have even reached the power room?
Exactly, Verity, darling. Well, Clever Puss, you dug yourself a real hole now.
If there is no record of Warden Lagarde having entered the prison proper, then the idea that she could have shut off the fence by using the breaker is out of the question.
There must be some way she could have done it. Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose your cool and you've lost everything. But I don't find a solution. She might still wriggle out of this. Hey, I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, yeah?
no matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde couldn't have done it alone. Accomplice!
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth, if you're gonna try...
Accomplice! יש לך accomplice, Lagarde!
You aren't doing yourself any favors by obstructing justice with your silence. That was a reflexive objection. But now that I've yelled it, if you come up with an answer, it's all over. I have one more thing to add, if you'll permit me. Something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence. Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. It enabled her to shut off the breaker. Accomplice.
זה הכל הדיבור כאן על accomplice.
She couldn't have done it alone. But what if she wasn't alone?
Oh, now we're talking. We have to flex the old grey matter, kiddo.
I believe the Warden Lagarde had an accomplice.
Overruled!
Enough. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth has said nothing wrong.
The inmates of this prison are all issued with security bracelets.
Oh! Lagarde ביקשה מפרנק saw it.
Then what's that raise the alarm if people go where they're not supposed to? Ah!
I see that you've realized your error, and we are, of course, within the prison grounds. Where not only are the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing. And despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Cosserato's escape. The only ones who are free to roam are the animals. And they most certainly could not have operated the breaker. No. So our accomplice must be a human.
Overruled!
Then who did it? Given that it cannot have been a prisoner or a guard.
Objection!
I wouldn't be so quick to rule out either, Your Honor. The fact is, there is one person. Someone whose movements weren't restricted. And I have just the evidence to show that who that free-roaming person was.
Take that!
Frank. This is one of the prisoner's bracelets. Indeed. A broken bracelet belongs to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner. What do you mean? And who is this prisoner?
Frank saw it. Warden Lagarde's favorite. Oh! זה אוקיי, זה אשכרה מוסיף דברים, אוקיי.
It's strange, isn't it, Warden? That he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while.
Now this is pretty funky. And I don't mean in a good way.
It couldn't be the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although, you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others. Body harm mechanics, for example.
Overruled!
Mr. Edgeworth, that is pure speculation.
Objection!
In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Solid himself? I'm confident he will confirm for us that he and Warden Lagarde were accomplices in this crime. If the two of them had worked together, a certain route into the prison becomes viable. The real route by which Knight was moved from his cell to the prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in her path. First, the security camera outside of Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard.
שני אלה מתפטרים עם פרנק סורי בברייק רום.
But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop by having Mr. Savage shut off the corresponding breakers. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you've had your fun. And do you still deny it, Wonder Lagarde? No, darling. You've got me. I admit it. Warden, tell me this isn't true. Sorry, Verdi, honey. I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it.
No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! You got her!
Nice shooting, cowboy! You won't be wriggling out of this now.
As Mr. Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetums, we didn't. No, we didn't.
What?
Warden, explain yourself. Oh, Verity dear, I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now. She's all merciful. You have but to confess, and you shall be saved. Oh gosh, alright. I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said.
Who's he?
Bloody Homer Canis, that awful assassin.
Canis?
How long has it been since that awful man came here to my beautiful prison? I'll never forget the day he arrived. The moment we were alone, he said this to me.
You should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution.
Others?
Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs who will do anything I ask of them.
Of course, he wasn't talking about real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. And then he said one last thing.
I would recommend that you take care in how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you, or your precious family.
I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for.
Everything? Wait, is that how he became the fixer?
Yes, darling. I obeyed his every command and smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him too. So you were smuggling in contraband? How exactly? Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. Allow me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then I simply brought the packages down the well on the prison side and went through the fence. Each one of them sprinkled with a little of my perfume. So that's what the sweet smell was. Yes, it was a signal for Canis's dog. When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them to his master. We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course.
It'd have been easy keeping him from finding out.
Oh, we're all very much creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. Everything runs on a schedule. Meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew when he wasn't there. And that adorable little bear of his freezes with fright at the sight of Canis's dog. Poor thing. But there was no risk of him raising the alarm either. She has oversight over everything here at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Canis couldn't fail. Frankie would sneak out again early in the morning to switch the breakers back on, and our work was done. Apart from fixing the time codes on the cameras, which I would do later when I got the chance. You had showed a great deal, Warden. The Goddess of Justice will surely take your honesty into account. I've been the most dreadful fool. I know I am. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. The day of Knight's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so, Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers. But there was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out into the yard. So that's the secret behind the Fixer's system. And why she was.
A connection accomplishing.
That's why you were interrogating Mr. Canis over and over.
Exactly. I was trying to track down those horrible hench people of his. I borrowed everything the police had on that rotten scoundrel. I watched his every move, intercepted every letter he wrote.
His letters. And I suppose she must know about his corresponding chess games too. But no matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. When I can feel like this, it's... Oh, you just can't comprehend it. As you just heard from yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The words of one of Lagarde's confession have cleansed her of all suspicion. Surely there is no need to hound her any longer. Has she really been cleared of all suspicion though? Or is there more about her to uncover?
obvious זה בעצם ההחלפה. זה אומר שידעה בעצם על הסטאפ. בגלל פרנק. ידעה בעצם על הסטאפ.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this conversation isn't over yet. And I think the Goddess of Justice would agree. So you mean to make her suffer even more than she already has? Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Canis does nothing to prove her innocence in Knight's murder. She admitted herself that she knew of and even facilitated these so-called Fixer's delivery route. I believe she used that same route to move Knight's body. And where is your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth?
A perfume.
It's in the fact that the sweet smell of Knight's body is the exact same scent what the Langard uses to signal her delivery. What do you make of that? Well, that's because we've done it so many times by now, the whole well probably smells of it. Some of it must have just rubbed off on his body.
Lama well! Lama well!
That does match the statement that Mr. Carsarato provided. His words would seem to suggest that the smell had permeated the well.
Ah!
You've been rendered speechless, I see. Then I hereby move to adjourn this session of the court. No! What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth? What can I do? This is as far as we go. Finally! So we're actually done? Yes, Eustace. It seems we are. By the power of vested in me, this court is adjourned.
Me.
Who was that?
Oh! Come on, Judgy. Things were just getting good.
Fender! Are you objecting to my adjourning this session?
No. Would have shouted objection if I wanted to do that. And you do you, G. Adjourn, don't adjourn, whatever floats your boat.
What are you doing, Mr. Fender?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's all just take a chill pill, shall we? In which I mean a square of chocolatey goodness. Anyone?
Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt of court?
No, my bad. I just had a quick request to make is all. A Seaman Saint's lawyer, that is.
Yes. I had forgotten that you were his real attorney, Mr. Fender.
How could you? You're killing me here.
Can you blame us? You've been making Mr. Edgeworth do everything this whole time!
Right you are, which is why I figure it's time to put in some work.
Work, you say? Somehow I don't believe you've worked a day in your life.
Now let's say this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness?
Now, amusing, but what is there left to ask?
I've got a feeling in my funny bone that Thieves here has something more to tell us about the killer.
Do I?
Yes, indeed. See? As a major player on Team Simeon, I can spot a sympathizer when I see one. And don't you think he did it, do you? So tell us, who did? Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears.
Mr. Edgeworth, what's he doing?
He's trying to coax Warden McGard into giving something away. Ask yourself, why would you go through all the trouble of sending Knight's body on such an odd journey? It's because she wanted to frame Mr. Canis.
She did? No way!
If he was convinced of committing murder here, there could have been grounds for a transfer to another prison. Most likely, a more secure facility.
And where he'll be out of her hair forever, huh?
Precisely. She saw her opportunity and seized it.
No. Saint can't not be the killer. That's not fair! I was all ready to prosecute him!
Get fucked. I know, right? But maybe we should find out what she thinks first. Don't want to get the wrong idea, yeah?
Nice! Now Mr. Winner has to go along with it, too.
Well, Warden, are you happy to testify further? Of course! How could I refuse this silver-tongued devil? Edikins, you have such a way with words.
Just doing my job, thief.
Besides, one can't tell the truth. Can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell all, Verity, darling. Do say you'll let me. As you wish. Court is adjourned.
I can't believe you pulled it off, Mr. Fender.
Whew. Meanie.
Thank you for the timely intervention.
Hey, it's the least I could do. He's not wrong. I've been learning on your hard. And besides, the defense never rests. Am I right? Simeon's depending on us. Sadly, I think I was just about exhausted my reserves for Cool Lord Chad. And we can't foul this up now. Which means you're up to bat, Miles McSmiles. Miles McSmiles. Show him what that never rests spirit.
I shall.
Fabulous! Then let's get started. I really don't think anyone could have done it but the dreadful man Canis. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type. But whatever the sorry details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. And then he had his dog dispose of the body. That simply has to be what happened. Oh my god, nagaron, Shelly! Fuck! Okay. לא נקווה שזה יהיה מספיק טוב.
The victim, Mr. Knight, yes.
I did him the most terrible disservice.
Yes, you killed him. I suppose you could put it that way.
If I weren't such a sorry excuse for a warden, this would never have happened. And that's why I have to clean up this terrible mess.
On the guard. As ever, your honesty is truly to your credit. I'm certain Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude. You've clearly never met Mr. Knight.
What do you remember between him and the victim?
Yes, sir.
Seriously?
Yes, sir.
Objection!
What? מה עם השחמט? מה עם השחמט? רגע, לא הנה, פה השחמט.
Objection!
Instead of putting him to death. You don't have the dog dispose of the body. זה לא הגיוני בגלל לוקיישן. מה שמבלבל אותי כאן זה לוקיישן. למה לשים אותו מתחת ל-well?
Hold it!
What more can you tell us about those sordid details?
Well, we all know what Canis once did for a living. I doubt the killing pod gave him that much trouble. Especially as the victim was already injured.
His neck, I think.
Cut on his head to the right, poor dear. That's what they told me when they brought him in, anyway.
Must make some sort of report for the warder when new prisoners are admitted. You seem keen for us to think you didn't know much about Night.
That's because I didn't, sweetie. And the victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I expect Canis used the chisel that was hidden in that chest set, don't you? Awful grisly business. Just imagine. The man probably didn't have time to cry out.
I see. Thank you for your thoughts. They were very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear about them in a little more detail if you don't mind.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you're making me blush. I could chat with you all day. Oh, don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course, we can talk about them some more. I expect Canis used the chisel that was hidden in that chest set, don't you? It would have been easy work for that vile assassin.
A chisel but chest set. A position Broncos and also Canis.
Objection!
Zavershel Bronco also Canis.
Hold it!
In which chess set would that be precisely?
Why, the one the victim brought in, sweetie. You try to keep up. The victim was a certified chess fanatic, or some led to believe. But the naughty boy stuck a chisel inside it. Can you imagine?
How does she know about the chisel in the chess set?
Only few people were supposed to know about that.
After all, we only learned about it thanks to certain deductions we made. So, how did she find out?
Of course, in the hands of a killer like Canis, even a chisel could serve as a deadly weapon.
Okay, interesting.
Objection!
היא לא הייתה אמורה לדעת את זה.
Warden Lagarde, you strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please. Call me Fifi or Sweet Pie if you prefer.
However, I think you may have a little less careful than you realize in this instance.
Aren't you the most adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed, we're all family here.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't let her get inside your head.
You said earlier that you didn't know much about Night. In which case, I find it rather strange that you know about the chisel.
Well, of course I do, darling. Do you think we don't check prisoners when they come in?
Objection!
You're not talking your way out of this, Warden. That is entirely irrelevant and you know it.
Knight didn't bring the chess set into the prison himself. It was brought by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight wouldn't had it with him when he arrived. What? Well, I mean, of course, Dad. When Mr. Saint came in, we...
Objection!
You checked him? I find that hard to believe, because if you did, that makes your story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, why did you not confiscate it there and then? Judge Gavel, did you tell anyone about the hidden compartment in the chess set? I did not. If no one leaked our findings, then how exactly did you learn about the chisel, One and Lagard? Because it certainly couldn't have been when you checked Knight or Mr. Saint when on their arrival. Indeed. Such a thing would imply an intentional oversight if it had been found, yet let through. Precisely. So, One and Lagard, and answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chess set? If you won't answer, then allow me. I'll submit that.
Alright, darling. There's no need to rub it in. You got me alright.
I questioned Knight. That was when I learned about the chess set.
But please, you have to believe me. I did not kill him.
One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. The court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objections, Mr. Edgeworth?
None, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you, darlings. I'll clear up this awful misunderstanding, I promise. Shove!
Very well. Go ahead, One Lagard, and please tell the truth this time.
Her lies are starting to wear thin. This is my chance to expose her. Kadima, please! I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand? I make a point of talking to every newcomer to our little home. Knight was no different, we just had a little chat, you might call it. And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away. The more she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her fate.
So it was simply a conversation with a new detainee. That seems entirely above board.
Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you would understand.
Objection!
Well, I don't.
What proof do you have to back up your statement?
I suppose we shall see, won't we, Mr. Edgeworth? You may begin your cross-examination.
Hold it!
How was he when you spoke with him?
Oh, he was so open and honest, darling.
What?
That guy! Honest? He was talking about one croissant and promoting a prawn. I suppose he must have been hungry.
And croissant and promoting a pawn. It seems he spared no one from his obsession with chess.
Hold it!
If he really had gone back to his cell, he would still be alive today. You really think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? But what would my motive have been, darling? I told you I barely knew him. Oh no, Angel. My grudge is against Candace. But Knight had nothing to do with that animal.
She really does hate Canis.
Oh my god. I must insist that you append that statement to your testimony. Oh no, Angel. Oh my god, she's getting careless, but Knight had nothing to do with that animal. עכשיו זה השחמט שמשחקים.
Objection!
Judge Cavell, I would like you to take a look at this. Notes about the game of chess. What is the significance of this, Mr. Edgeworth? It was found in Knight's cell.
Which is exactly where you said you saw it too, Warden Lagarde. But you didn't see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Candace's cell too. What do you mean?
Objection!
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security. I imagine you watch his every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option.
If she wants to find out who his cronies are, right?
Personally interrogating your own prisoners is highly irregular, to say the least. But as you said, Mr. Canis had threatened you. He put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were.
Hey, so what if I did?
You also told us you read his letters, which means you must have known about one key fact. You know he was playing corresponding chess. Ah! And then who should appear but Knight, carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game. We ourselves used that diagram to infer a connection between the two men. And it seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Knight was Mr. Canis's henchman, sent to kill you. Which is the reason she had that chat with the Bronxster. If his boss went crack, maybe he would. And when you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. Further inside his chess set, you found a hidden chisel.
The murder weapon itself.
As far as you were concerned, that chisel meant one thing: Canis. Thus, you convinced yourself that Knight was working for Canis, and that is why you killed him. So you have no more excuses. Judge Gavel, your verdict, please.
Much as it grieves me, there would appear to be a little room for doubt. I hereby give my verdict.
Bronco Knight was murdered by me. Lagarde. In the name of the goddess of justice, who is it this time? Warden?
It's a joke! It's all a big, stupid joke! You people just don't get it, do you?
I think we've proved that it's you who didn't understand things correctly.
Me? Please, darling, I understand it all perfectly well, thank you very much.
I understand that there is a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth.
You're just grasping at straws now.
I have no time for this. Your Honor, the verdict.
Overruled.
זה לא יעבוד ככה.
I am curious to hear what the warden has to say.
What? You're a doll, Verity! I just have one last thing to say, then Mr. Edgeworth can declare himself the winner.
You rang?
Does anybody remember a certain autopsy report?
Of course. We received the finalist version only this morning.
That's right. And I was listening to what you told us about it, Verity. Even if nobody else was. You said the foot wound was 4 inches deep.
4 inches?
Must remember you.
Wait!
Riddle me this, Mr. Edgeworth. How does a tiny chisel make a 4-inch wound?
Forgive me, Goddess. I came perilously close to making a terrible mistake.
Looks like your fear is the one that doesn't hold water, Edgeworth. What now,
What do we do?
It'll be fine. Mr. Edgeworth always comes through. Right, sir? Looks to me like the Maelstrom's out of commission. You're the attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Don't this thing with the herds with a desperate bluff. Blow the first mind-blowing thing that comes to you. Look, Detective, I'm as much of a man of action as the next guy. But without evidence, we're up a creek without a paddle here. This might be at the end of the road.
We can't get up now! We have to do something!
I'm certain that Warden Lagarde is the killer. It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case. But if the chisel wasn't a murder weapon, what other bladed weapon is there here in this facility? It seems we still do not have all the answers, nor the evidence to provide those answers. Alas, we must wait until the trial to see this matter resolved, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Oh, come on, G. You're just giving the killer a chance to destroy the evidence.
Overruled!
Are you calling the judicial process into question, Mr. Fender?
Yeah. Nope, I mean, no. I try, Miles. Any bright ideas?
What is the real murder weapon, since it's clearly not the chisel?
Confound it! The question throws everything we've deduced out of the window.
Nothing to add, Mr. Edgeworth. Allow me to remind you that claims not supported by sufficient evidence are subject to the harshest penalties.
It's hopeless! I can think of anything. I just need more time. Both of us have to admit,
You can't give up now! Remember what Mr. Fender said? Simeon's counting on us. Without us, he's... Remember how upset he was? He was devastated. Nobody's in more pain than him over Knight's death. There's no way he did it. If we can't save him, who will? And what's more, he believes in us. He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news. And I, for one, won't walk away until we have some.
Okay.
Gee, Miles. Your little buddy's, quite a motivational speaker. And she's right, too. When you find yourself on the ropes, think of your client. Picture them pleading with you to help them. Does that make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. No matter how bad things looked, he'd always find a way to turn it around and save his client. And you're just like him, right? If there's any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one who'll find it. Simeon's counting on you.
המאסר! Judge Gavel. You seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you mean to attempt a defense, I would advise you to consider the ramifications. You have repeatedly proposed misguided theories and have made numerous false accusations. If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as prosecutor and relieve you of your badge for good. She's right. I have to put forward a number of theories that prove to be flawed in one way or another. I made some sort of fundamental oversight. Wait, you said my theories were misguided? Nothing to say? Then the court will tolerate no more of your time wasting. I hereby...
Sir!
Mr. Edgeworth! Give my verdict.
That's it! I've been thinking about it the wrong way all this time. My fears weren't misguided. I was being misled.
You're condensing insane. I think it's a little too soon for that, Your Honor.
I'd say it's well past due, darling. Wouldn't you agree, Verity?
Mr. Edgeworth, you may proceed.
What?
I would like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog, Helmut. The fact that he wasn't at the show. These and other factors made Mr. Canis the obvious suspect at first.
Overruled.
Yes, again, Mr. Edgeworth. You seem almost proud of your blunder.
Hold it!
Avoloco.
But what if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Canis? What if it was all carefully arranged? And what if the same was true for the chisel?
A perpetrated murder weapon. Knight had been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. What if he was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Just to leave traces of blood on it for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel was the murder weapon.
But why mislead us in this way? Why indeed? Why make us think that the chisel is the murder weapon rather than whatever was really used?
Visualize it, Canis. Warden, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest.
What it suggested?
What are you talking about, darling?
Hold it!
Mr. Winner, if I were to tell you that the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think?
Huh? That Mr. Canis is the killer?
And there you have it. That was the trap the warden set for us.
How? Mr. Canis has a bunch of chisels, so she wanted us to think that it was one of his, right?
Indeed, that was her plan right from the start.
To flame body armor Canis.
Your reasoning would appear to be sound. But Amagawat certainly seems to harbor a deep and abating hatred for Mr. Canis. However, I think you know what I'm going to say next. That alone is not sufficient proof that Warden Lugard is the killer. I knew that wouldn't be enough. There's only one thing that will prove it. The real murder weapon that we now know must exist. you cannot prove your theory, then this conversation ends here.
Objection!
If we could just find the real murder weapon.
Objection!
How many times do I have to go over this? We searched the prison from top to bottom.
Eustace is quite correct. No other possible murder weapon has been found, so I'm afraid we are at a bit of an impasse.
Objection!
I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor, because it's still here inside this prison.
This will have made sure of that.
A security gate.
I'm glad you at least remember what it is. And you do you remember what it does?
Of course I do, I'm not an idiot. The security gate detects metal, which means it can bring anything metal into the prison or take it out. Oh!
Precisely. If there is another murder weapon, it cannot have been taken off the premises. But nor can it have been brought into the prison in the first place. And so we found ourselves right back where we began.
Judge Gabel?
I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, is that if you wish me to believe that there is another murder weapon here in the prison, you also have to explain to me how it got here.
Alright. We know that the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chess set. But our contention is that the chisel is not the real murder weapon. So if the weapon came from outside the facility, then there must have been a way to bring it in.
Yes, the question of the hour is this. Can you show me this alternative route?
How did the weapon Mother of God used to get into the prison?
Oh!
Of course! That's how! In fact, this is here with us shows how bladed object could have been brought into the facility as well.
Take that!
הפעמון. בגלל שזה קשור לאחד מהסכינים של קאניס. Allow me to remind you of our conversation with Mr. Canis yesterday. יש רק שני פעמונים. אחד על הסכין ואחד על הלמט.
So you see,
There is a way for objects to be brought into the prison unscrutinized. As part of the evidence but what Lagarde borrowed from the police.
What?
If Mr. Canis's knife was part of the evidence in the case against him, and that evidence was here in the prison, not only that, but the knife had a certain bell attached to it.
bell that was attached to the chisel.
Correct. The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel.
But that can't be right! The chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it.
Easy enough to explain if the killer wore gloves. She made it look like the chisel was the murder weapon, and then attached the bell on it. In so doing, she made sure that all the evidence pointed to Mr. Canis. And who had access to the evidence from which the bell was taken? Why, only the person to whom it had been entrusted. Who was it, sir? Who's been messing with the evidence?
I believe that would be you. Isn't that correct, Warden Lagarde?
Bells aren't exactly rare, you know. Anybody could have set up that.
יש רק שניים.
Unluckily for you, that isn't quite true.
These particular bells are unique, because there were only 2 of them in existence.
What?
By attaching the bell to the chisel, you as good as declare yourself the killer.
I don't have any proof that the knife was ever here to begin with.
Hold it!
I don't. Not yet, anyway. Mr. Winner, I'd like to order another search of the prison railway.
Huh? But if you do find something, that's going to make things awkward for me.
This isn't about what's convenient for you. We have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but you know.
This worthless excuse of a prosecutor! If I had investigative authority, I wouldn't be sitting on it.
Hey, yo. It's not my decision to make. The warden would have to authorize it.
You know full well that she will not do such a thing. You have the power to insist on a search. Use it. Sorry, darling, but not without that evidence. The goddess of justice cannot bestow her blessings on those who lack the proof to support their claims. Our work here is done. The rest of this matter will have to be settled in the courtroom. No. If we give Lagarde the opportunity, she'll destroy whatever evidence is left. I have to object. I have to stop them. But what do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. What am I thinking? I'm never this reckless. No! I can't back down now! I've got to put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. I'm an associate attorney with a client to defend. Only I can save Mr. Saint. And that means... even if my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, it's still worth a shot. It's now or never. Object! Kadima! I suppose this must be how a certain serial bluffer always feels. קדימה תפעיל את הכוח של ניק! Regardless, I cannot walk away.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor. This had better be good, Mr. Edgeworth. I've got it. But what exactly? The real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Canis's knife is.
Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth?
I do. Not though. If I did not know better, I would say that you were bluffing. Huh. You wooed me, Your Honor. I don't know the meaning of that word. Ay, 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 it's miles. This is terrible for my heart. There's no way you could. It's not here, I tell you. Well, would you be so kind as to enlighten us? Where is the real murder weapon? Think, Miles, think. Somewhere not even the police would search. A blind spot in this zoo. A hiding place that the warden could be absolutely sure of. A hiding place? No. Dr. Helmut. Did she use the same trick? Oh, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But the more I think about it, how many foolproof ways to evade detection could there be? Mr. Edgeworth, how long do you intend us to keep on waiting? Dr. Helmut! There's the finest possibility I'm right. But if I'm wrong, we stand to lose everything. Your Honor, this is where the real murder weapon is hidden.
מפה? משרד? או שזה ביער? לא. המשרד שלה?
Take that!
לא. פליז שזה לא היה פייל. אומייגאד, זה אשכרה היה פייל. חצי שעה! חצי שעה! רגע.
Objection!
זה. אומייגאד, אני לא מאמין שאשכרה בזבזתי חצי שעה.
Objection!
לא מאמין! חצי שעה! למה אתה עושה סייב אחרי צ'ויס?
Overruled! Objection! Overruled!
אומייגאד! ולא בסקיפ זה לוקח הרבה זמן!
Objection!
איי, איזה מעצבן זה לעשות סקיפים ככה בגלל צ'ויסים שנשמרים!
Overruled! Hold it! Hold it! Objection!
כמה דיאלוג! אומייגאד!
Objection!
כן, זה מראה עד כמה רחוק הצלחתי להגיע לפה. עכשיו זה הפעמון. אומייגאד! כמה רחוק אני אשכרה עשיתי את זה בלי סייב. אומייגאד. כן, הלוג'יק הוא obvious.
Objection!
היא ניסתה להפיל את קאניס בגלל שהוא גורם לה בעיות.
Hold it!
אז צריך שיהיה סוויצ'ים. Oh my god. Object.
Objection!
כן, הנושא הזה של הבלוף הוא קצת מעצבן. רגע, לא. לא, זה לא ביארד.
Prison.
Take that!
לא. מה המשחק רוצה שאני אחשוב בנוגע להלמט? מהו הלוג'יק שהוא רוצה שאני אגיד עם הלמט? בנוגע למאפ לוקיישן. איזה לוג'יק אתה רוצה שאני אגיד בנוגע להלמט ולוקיישן? מיארד?
Take that!
אוקיי, I guess, אני קצת מבולבל.
Here in the yard. Indeed. I don't believe I understand. Would you care to explain a little more? Where exactly is the real murder weapon hidden?
Oh! Oh my god! הבנתי!
Take that!
הבנתי, זה הלוג'יק שהמשחק רוצה שאני אגיד! הלמט מדבר עם הקרוקודיל שבו היה את הגופה של המל דטקטור. Oh my god.
Of course. That's what it must have been.
הגופה של המל דטקטור.
The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I would like to remind you of this piece of evidence. That chisel.
Didn't we just figure out that isn't the murder weapon?
You might recall that Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden such the same way?
That's right. The murder weapon is inside the alligator in that pond over there. What? No way! We detected the presence of a metallic object during our earlier investigation. Gravel, we need to know what's inside that alligator.
Understood. Then we'll need to summon a veterinarian.
I'm sure I could get the little sweet to open up for us. I'd be happy to give it a try.
Please, by all means.
Ward on the guard. The real murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess?
I have nothing to confess.
As you wish. You can simply wait and watch as your lies are exposed.
Sir, we got it!
That has to be it.
It's over, Fifi Lagarde. The real murder weapon was Ballyhammer Canis's knife. Making you the only person who could have killed Bronco Knight.
I'm not the criminal here. This is all Candace is doing. I did the right thing. I was afraid he was the Candace's lapdog. Because that's the despicable man Candace. You have to come and ruin my perfect little home. He could have been happy forever if it wasn't for him. He ruined my paradise on earth. He ruined everything. Curse him. Curse that pitiless butcher. That horrible despicable man. Curse him!
Wow! אשכרה עשיתי את זה! פאק? אאו! what the fuck? what the fuck? מה זה? mission accomplished! 29 למרץ, 12:34, ה-detention center corridor. Prosecutor winners, sir. The test results have just come back.
Winner? I guess we've been all under a lot of stress.
Traces of Bronco Knight's blood were found on Mr. Candace's knife. It's just like as you said, sir. Congratulations on a stunning victory.
Thank you, officer. Excellent work. You can continue complimenting me if you like.
Yes, sir. Bueno wings again. I think I'm pulling up blue.
With rage?
Excellent work, Eustace. Just a few loose ends to tie up and we're done. What are you talking about? I just solved the case, didn't I?
You have yet to confirm whether or not Red Knight was really working for Mr. Canis. It will be vital to know if one of Lagar was simply jumping to conclusions on that front. There's clueless, and then there's you.
Well, I guess we better get back to our investigation. Alright, officer. You're with me. You're about to see the winner win a whole lot more. Prepare to witness first-rate investigative talent in action.
Yes, sir. Right with you. Can't wait to watch your work.
It's winning time.
No shot. No shot שהם אשכרה אמרו את זה.
I expect this case will cause quite a stir. The attempted murder of a president is news enough. But now his would-be assassin has also been murdered. But Knight never sought to kill the president in the first place. Truth is not always as important as it might seem, Mr. Edgeworth. In the eyes of both society and the law.
How can you even say that?
You don't have to believe me. However, as a prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth is obliged to accept that this is the reality of the world he operates in. Being a prosecutor is about more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe. We're all free to believe as we choose, but the law is not to be toyed with for our own personal goals. If you refuse to accept this, then you must prepare to suffer the consequences.
What does that even mean? Wait, you're not gonna take his.
I'm afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth. Bye-bye. Judge Kavah is right. There must be only one set of laws for everyone. But if following the law means sacrificing the truth, can I really do that in good conscience?
Simeon! You're out! Hi, Regina.
שכחתי מה עשיתי בשבילו.
Is everything alright? They did let you out, right? Yeah. I'm confused about what's going on. Some guy just came and said I was free to go. And that I have Mr. Edgeworth to thank. You sure do! Mr. Edgeworth found out who the real killer is. Wow, really? You did that for me, Mr. Edgeworth? No.
Stop staring at me like that! I'm innocent, I swear! Don't pull the rug out under me now!
Stop it, silly. It's true. He saved you. So say thanks already.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you.
And a great big Regina Berry thank you from me, too.
Mr. Saint talking directly to me. Small victories, I suppose.
Can I just ask one question, Mr. Attorney?
Sure. I'm not actually an attorney, though.
I thought Bronco was my friend. No, my best friend. I trusted him, but now... Well, it's just... I never knew. I never would have believed that he could hate somebody enough to want to kill them. If he kept something like that from me, then he never really trusted me, did he? That's not true, Simeon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he had just told me, I could have stopped him. I could have told him that hate never helps. He had to let go of all that stuff.
Mr. Saint, I think you're forgetting something. I should show him the thing that proves I trusted him.
השחמט? בגלל שסימן הביא את זה?
Take that!
כן, אוקיי.
It's the chess set I brought for him.
Not that it had a chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape.
What? You mean he was using me?
No, he believed in you. He knew he could count on you to bring it, and that you would never be so untrusting as to look inside. I imagine that by not telling you, he was hoping he could keep you from getting caught up in his mess.
Oh. Bronco! Why didn't you tell me? At least you understand now, right, Simeon? I'm sure he does. He may not show it, but Simeon's no dummy. A good night's sleep and he will be completely over this whole thing by tomorrow.
That's not as complimentary as you think it is.
I'll try. I have to, for Bronco. I have to show him I can become the best animal trainer out there.
That's the spirit.
רגע, אפשר להפסיק מהרצטוריקו.
Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon.
I'd love if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth. עכשיו יש את מקס. אוקיי. The one and only big circus is back. In Max Galactica, finally! Oh my god.
I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one. That's right. The Very Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. You'll have the oddless of fun. Oodless? Sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, we have to go.
Well, I'll think about it.
All right, Simeon. We've got some training to do. I think it's time you and Regent got acquainted. What? Regent the Tiger?
No way, I can't. No.
Oh, you'll be fine, silly. You'll never meet a nicer kitty cat.
I can't. Please, Regina, anything but that, please. Another satisfied customer. Well, that was really something, Smiles. Talk about putting it out of the bag.
I couldn't have done it without you, Fender. Without your timely intervention, she would have gotten away. Besides, I have you to thank for even being able to investigate the case in the first place.
Oh, stop it. Pat me on the back and any harder and you're gonna make me blush. Or topple over.
I suppose it would be asking too much for you to take this seriously.
Seriously? Miles, my friend, I'm always serious. Anyway, how does it feel to save an innocent client? That's what it means to be an attorney, after all.
To be an attorney.
Gotta say, I had a blast. Remind me of the good old days. Remind me of the good old days. Like Gregory was standing there right beside me. It's been like a zillion years since I felt this warm and fuzzy on the job.
That's, good? Sweet? I'm not sure.
Say, Miles, you ever thought about going into the defense game full time?
Excuse me?
You know, pick up where Gregory left off, get out there and actually help people? Hey, pal! Don't get any big ideas! Mr. Edgeworth ain't about to switch sides! Why not? Coming over to the light side's all the rage. Everybody's doing it these days.
Come on, Mr. Fender. You know it's not about that.
Chill, Tim, chill. Don't get it twisted, I was just asking a perfectly innocent question.
No, you weren't.
The heck you were! Except got a mean defense, seem you're there yourself, Miles.
Fender, I am a prosecutor.
Yep, I'm an attorney. You could be one too. I'm serious. Well, I said my piece. You change your mind. You change your mind, you know who to call. I'll be waiting. Bye-bye!
Following my father's footsteps? Would I really do such a thing?
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my dad.
Oh! An attorney, like my father. Me?
זה רק אני או ששינו את הדיזיין של גרגורי? וואו, אוקיי. The captive tournament complete! בפרק הבא זה יהיה tournament legacy. איזה נעים זה לחזור לאייס אטרני אחרי חודשים! Captive Turbo complete. הבא זה Turbo Legacy. הכל בסדר. היום זה רק גלרי. זה הולך לשים של הפרק של היום! אם אני אענה מבין כל האצ'יבמנטים שקיבלתי. והפול אלבום גורם לי להתקדם יותר באינבסטיגיישנס 2. יש את התמונה של הפוסט. והקומפנדיום. כמה... אומייגאד, כמה חיות! ואז יש... קאניס, הלמט, Saint, Coserato, Fifi, Frank, Gino, Russell, Teddy, Regent, Cat, the Rabbit, Pony, Mini Pig, the Monkey, Imgal the Prisoner. Okay. Huh? You know, למה זה מראה שיש עוד? אוקיי, וואטאבר. אני שם את הפרק של היום פה. אז כן, זה היה כיף. כאן היה ירין פרקים בסרטון, אבל באשר אני מקווה שנהנתם. וירין, אאוט. ביי חברים, מקווה שאתם נהנים.